Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like, and this is a haul video. This is the first haul video of February 2026, and you guys could probably hear my voice is still pretty scratchy. I've been sick for a long time, and still not better. I don't know what's going on with me. I have something that got in my lungs, and I'm fighting through it. Been on a ton of meds. It's been a pain in the butt, but show must go on. So deal with me. Try and deal with it. If my voice is scratchy and it's annoying, just hang in there with me. So first off, big shout out to Mark Guy in the building. Says, I will be there, my brother. Glad you're feeling better. You're feeling better, and I'm sick. Actually, I'm not feeling a whole lot better. I'm starting to get better. Last week, or a little more than a week ago, when I did the other haul video, I started feeling better. Did the haul video, and then a couple days later, I just started feeling lousy again, and things just took a downward spiral, and had to go back to the doctor. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. Hopefully I can get through this and everything's fine afterwards. And I need to go into work tomorrow and shoot some stuff, so hopefully I'll be good. We'll see how it all turns out in the next couple of days. So yeah. Anyways, big shout out to Gregorio in the house. Says, wish you a speedy recovery, Mark. Guys, same here, man. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and I hope you get better soon. It really sucks being sick. It doesn't feel good not feeling good. So I get it, and it feels like the older I get, the longer it takes for these things to come and go and pass and get back to normal. So I understand why, I never understood why older people were so protective of their health. When I was younger, and you would go places and you didn't think twice about going somewhere and getting cold or wet and cold at the same time, or doing certain things, that might end up giving you a little cold or a chest cold or a head cold or something, because as a kid, you may feel bad for, a day, and then you're over it and you're back to, going about your life. As an adult, it's a little bit older. It takes a little while. So I get it now. So shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. Says, happy Tuesday. What's up, guys? Yeah, shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I like it. All right. Gregoria says, hello, Larry. Shout out. We have Tom in the house. Big up, Tom. I see it's been a while, man. Shout out to you. Aurora Gonzalez is in the building. Says, hello, Larry. Hope you're feeling better. I'm trying. It's a bit of a struggle, but I am definitely trying. So, yeah. All right. Oh, Gregorio called out the Hall family, so it looks like I need to give you one of these if I can find it. Where did it go? Here it is, right here.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family, the Hall family. So, all right. It says, Mark Guy says, my voice sounds like yours, all scratch. Yeah, my voice is jacked up. And I think part of that is because I have something in my lungs that's really been getting at me. And I've been coughing, and it's a very sort of deep, raspy cough. And so it's my voice is not right. Shout out to Pedro in the house. All right, let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. I have this big box on here. I'm going to start off with this big box. Sometimes I like to start off with bags like this one over here. But I'm going to start off with, actually, you know what? Before I start off with that, I actually have a bigger box behind me, which I'm not even sure if you guys can see. But let me see if I can show you right quick. So this is the iScooter. And they sent me this one out. I believe this is like I think it's the iX55 model or something like that. So, yeah, let me see if I can show you right quick. Let me see if I can hop in over here. So here's my Amazon thing. Let me see if I can, let me hit refresh on here, see if it shows up. Where's my browsing history? There we go. And this, I believe this is it right here. Says the iScooter, electric scooter for adults, big kids. It says 500 to 650 peak power, up to 15, 18, and 25 miles range, 19, 22, and 25 miles top speed, cruise control, dual braking system, foldable e-scooter for commuting and campus use. I believe this one is the correct model. So I was trying to look for a model number in the video description, but I didn't really see one. Oh no, this one says the i10. Huh. So that is not it. Let me see if I can find the iScooter. I believe it says it's the iX. Let me just double check. It says iX, yeah, iX55. I think that's his item number code. So let me see. Let me check. It says, let me see, electric scoop. Nope, that's not what we want. Let me see, iScooter iX55. Let's see if that shows up anything. Let's see, iScooter. Well, it's showing a number of things. Let's see if this is it. It says this one's overall pick. And I don't know if this is the right one, but let's see. Nope, that's the iX7 Pro. But you can see they have some really nice scooters. Let's see, new arrivals. Let's see if it's in there. Adult e-scooter. And yeah, you know, the hard part is they don't put like the model numbers right up front, which makes it a little challenging to figure out which one is which. Let's see, let's check this one here. See if we can see if this is going to be the right. I think this one might. Nope, that's the T4. Man, I don't know. Maybe I have the wrong, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing or something. Let me just check this out right quick. This says, no, it says item code iX55. And it says max speed 28 miles an hour, max load 330, and I don't see where it says max range. I'll have to find that. All right, well, oh, it says TX55 on there, on the thing. TX55, iX55. Well, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find where it says. Let's see if we search for iScooter. Let's see if we search for iScooter TX55 and see if something comes up for that. iScooter. If it doesn't come up, I'm going to search one more time, and then we're going to move on. Nope, that says X3. And I don't know what this one is. It could be, but I doubt it. This one looks smaller than the, it's probably smaller than the one that they sent me. No, that's an i8. All right, well, we're going to move on because I'm not seeing it on here. And maybe it's a new one or something. This says X5. Yeah. Well, iScooter, if you're watching this, you guys need to, I think you need to do a better job of putting your model numbers right up front in the description. It's nice to see all this information here, but if you're looking for a particular model, you can't find it because the information of which model it is buried. A lot of people will just move on and find something else. So if you can, please put the model numbers somewhere up front that's easy to find. And again, if I go into their store here, let's see. If I go in the store, new arrivals, again, let's see, two-wheel scooters, no. Let's see, we'll just hit adult scooters again. And again, I'm not seeing anything that says that it is a, that's iX7. Yeah. Oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. I was really, because, you know, I can't, like, pull that thing out of the box right now. So I was really looking forward to being able to show you guys, you know, which scooter. Let's see. iX4. Oh, wait, iX55. Is that it? Or is this iX5S? Well, I think this is, let's see. Show. And see all details. I don't know if this is the right one either. I think, well, this says iX5S, but mine, I'm almost certain it says iX55. No, it says iX5S. Okay, so it does say iX5S. All right, so this is it right here. We found it. All right, the iX5S, and it says this is an electric scooter. And this one is, oops, hold on a second. I got to get my tech stuff right over here. And sorry, just off to the side, trying to get this thing crack-a-lacking. All right. So it says it's $699.99. It's on sale. It's down $200. But you can see it says it has a top speed. It says 28 to 38 miles an hour top speed. So that's going to depend on which mode you're in. So if you happen to be in a sport mode or something, you'll get the lower mileage. But if you're if you're in the sport mode, you get the faster miles per hour, but you'll get lower mileage. But if you need long range, so let's say like this, it says it says you can get 40, 43, or 50 miles long range. So if you need to have long range, let's say you know that you have to take this scooter to work, and it's going to take you, say 18 miles to get there. Well, you can put it in one of the long range modes. It may take you a little bit longer because you won't go as fast, but you'll go further. So, and then it says it looks like it has 10, 11, and 12-inch off-road pneumatic tires, scooters for adults with turn signals, double braking systems, app, and storage bag. Look at that. I'm not sure what that storage bag is for. Maybe it folds down and then it fits in there. We'll have to check that out. But you can see it says on here, it says anywhere from 37 to 40 miles of long range, 28 miles an hour top speed, 1,000 watt peak motor, 330 pound weight capacity, and a 48 volt, 15 amp hour lithium ion battery. Now, one thing that's nice about this 1,000 watt peak motor is that means it is going to allow you to really travel, like really climb. So if you have to go up a hill, sometimes with these electric scooters, it's difficult to actually get any momentum to go up the hill. With that peak motor, it's really going to push it and get you going. Now, it's going to take up a little bit more battery, but it's going to get you up the hill, which is really nice. So you can see it says maximize your day and skip the traffic. So very nice. It says not afraid of not afraid of bumpy road anymore. I think they meant bumpy road. It says 11-inch off-road pneumatic tubeless tires. That is nice. I love the idea of these tubeless tires because one, you don't have to worry about inflating them, and two, you don't have to worry about catching a flat tire if you hit a bump or a rock or something. So that's really, really nice. Now, some people don't think that these tubeless tires are as comfortable, but if you notice here, this thing has dual front shock absorbers so that you don't have to worry about that. So even if the tires aren't as comfortable as say like a tire with air in it, you'll have these shock absorbers in the front and the back to help you get that comfortable riding experience. So that's really nice. And then you can see there's gonna be a headlight. You have your headlight there so people can see you if you're riding in the dark. So if you have to leave early in the morning to get to work or come home after dark, you'll have that. You have the tail light so people can actually see you. And then you have the ambient light underneath, so it makes it a little bit easier to see, other people can see where you are, and you can maybe see some stuff. If you have to look down, you can see what's around you. So, yeah. Let's click this. It says there's 4 more images, so let's see what we have. So, oh, there you go. Nice looking display. So you have that LCD display that's going to give you your all kinds of stuff like your trip information, your speed, battery, your the mode that you're in, how much how much voltage you're using, all that stuff, Bluetooth connectivity, your trip odometer. It's going to give you a whole lot of information. So this is nice. If you happen to live in a big city and maybe like, I don't know, maybe you're in New York or like a downtown area and you do like like food delivery, this could be really nice because it's fast and it has long range. You should be able to do quite a bit of work before you have to worry about recharging this. And then you can see it says that enjoy your dual-driven electric scooter. It looks like you'll be able to go off-road with those shocks and with those tires. It looks like it's going to give you a good ride, so you can really get out there and do your thing. So, and you notice he has a helmet on because this thing does move fast, and the last thing you want to do is be moving at a full car speed and crash and hit your head. So make sure you wear a helmet. And then you can see it says, love your commute. So there it is. You can get this thing going and commute, and it should be a pretty nice time when you're doing it. So, all right. And again, $6.99. So You know, it seems like it might be a little expensive, but not really. Not when you consider how much, not when you consider how much it costs to buy a vehicle nowadays. And you don't have to worry about insuring something like this. You can just get this. You don't need a license or anything to rock this. You can just go ahead and buy this thing and get it going. So if you happen to live somewhere and you don't have a driver's license or a motorcycle license or something, you can still get around town. You're still going to be able to get to work, to get back from work, to to make it to a friend's house. Now I don't know, I don't know what the rules are with excuse me, with these things if you've been out drinking, but my wife and I know there have been times where we've said, hey, let's go over to this place over in our town and go have a couple of drinks or go have dinner and drinks. And we take the scooters because we don't want to drink and drive our car. I don't know what the rules are for these things everywhere, but if it is okay to ride one of these things after you've had a few drinks, then maybe that's a good way to get around, potentially getting a DUI. So, yeah, something to think about, something to consider. So, but that is the iScooter iX5S. I was looking for the iX55. It is the iX5S. So there you have it. All right, let's move on here, and let's move on. Let me see if I can grab my knife. I'm gonna try and get this big box here off the table first, so we can make a little room for ourselves and see what we have in it. So let me pop this thing open, and hopefully this is what I'm thinking it is, because if it is, I am quite excited for it. And let me close this thing up here, and let me undo that, and let me just get this over here, and let me throw that over there. Oh yeah, this is it. Man, I have been looking forward to this. This is, you guys may remember that, I think it was last year sometime, that STMGOODS sent me a backpack called the Dux. It is DUX, and they sent me a black camo bag, which was fantastic. It was probably one of my favorite backpacks that I have ever had. And my brother's backpack basically busted open on the zippers broken, all kinds of stuff. So he needed a bag. So he was out here visiting, and I sent him home with that bag. I asked him, which one do you like? And I was like, I know he's going to pick my favorite one. And he did, and I was happy to give it to him because it is a fantastic bag. And when I went out there to go see him, he's had that bag now probably for like, I don't know, it might be a year or so. It's been a while. But he's been using it, rocking it, loving it, and it's been holding up nicely for him because they are very, very high quality, durable bags. So, but when I went to CES last year, not this, well, this year too, I saw this one, but last year they had this sort of, I called it like sort of a Jamaican colorway, but I guess it was really more like, I think it's their retro colorway. And so this is what it looks like. It looks very retro to me. When I look at this, it kind of reminds me of something that I would see back in like the 70s or 80s, something from like Stranger Things or whatever. It sort of has that fun sort of, retro colorway. And but they sent it out, and I'm gonna open it up. And I was just, when I saw this color, I was just really digging it. I love this thing. It looks fantastic. And if you see here, it opens up on both sides, but you look at that, you get all that space inside. And I love this because if you're just using this for like, if you just use this for, oh, my brother's on there. Look at that. He says, I use it all the time. There you go. That's my brother right there. He's the one that has the black camo version of this. But you can separate, these come out, so they're Velcro, so you can come out. But if you wanted to, like, you can leave these in. And I like these compartments because you can, like, if you're traveling for like a weekend trip, you can put stuff like, you can put like your socks here, your t-shirts and stuff there, underwear and other stuff, and toiletries in there. You have enough room for an entire weekend and get that going. And I have also used this thing as a camera bag. So you can like put, usually what I would do is I would put like one camera here, like I would put like maybe one camera with a lens on there, and then I would take out this this one right here, and I would put a larger camera in there that's already fully kitted out, like a, you know, with like a lens, a monitor, all that stuff, and I would have that there. So I would have two cameras in here that I can quickly access, and because my camera is already built out and kitted out, I don't need to put it together when I get to my shoot. I can just pull it out and start going, which is fantastic. So, yeah. Look at that. My brother said I just got back from Vegas with it. That's awesome. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. So it is as good as I'm telling you guys. He's using it. I'm going to use this thing on a regular basis. And you know, one thing I love about having a bag like this, and even like that black camo bag, it stands out. It stands out a bit. You know that is your bag. You're not going to see many people with this bag in this colorway. So you know when you, like if you were to go sit it down or something and somebody walks away with it, you can find it quickly. But there's a lot on here. You have, you know, you have pockets back here so that you can see, you can get in there and it goes in deep. So if you want to throw in, say like a wallet or a passport or something, you have the ability to put that in there, and then it's pressed up against your back, which makes it very difficult for someone to get into and try and steal from you. That same pocket that you saw on the other side that opens up, you have the same thing on both sides. So you can access it on both sides. And on the inside, you have some pockets here as well. So you can put in, you know, you can zip in stuff like change or memory cards if you're shooting, using it as like a camera bag. You have pockets right here that you can unzip this to expand it a bit. And you can use this for like a water bottle bag, or what I've done at the time is I've actually put tripods in here and use that. And you have another one on this side here. Again, you can unzip it and then it expands a bit, and then you can put like a, you know, like here's a can of water I have. I can just drop that right in there and take it with me. So, so if you're, you know, if you're out and about, it just makes it easy to carry all kinds of good stuff. Now you also have this big front pocket right here, and you can see it's going to give you all kinds of space to put stuff up top. So, and this part actually does, I don't know if you can see, there's some like snaps in there. You can actually take this and unzip it and then have like this whole thing is like one big compartment. But you also have this sort of like little built-in tech pouch right there that has like velour inside. It's like a velvety velour inside. So if you need to put stuff in there that you want to protect and not get scratched up, let's say you want to put your smartphone in there, or maybe you have a pair of glasses or something, you have that. And there's a little bit of structure to it, not a lot. It's not like it's hard or stiff, but there is a little bit of structure to it, so it helps protect it, and it has that nice, you know, inside there that's going to keep it, keep everything nice and protected. So now, as you know, we need to make sure we can carry a laptop or a tablet or something. So you can unzip these big pockets right there, and boom, look at that. You have enough room for both a tablet and for a laptop. So you can fit both in there. And this thing I think is good for like I think it's like a 15 or 17-inch laptop. And this one I think is good for like a 13-inch tablet or something like that. And you may notice it has like that soft, you know, like that soft velour type of material. So even if you don't, like if you put a tablet in there and you don't have a screen protector or a cover or something on there, it's not going to scratch up. If you have you know, if you have a laptop and you know you don't want it to get scratched up, you can throw it in there, it's going to get protected. It's very nice. And the nice thing about this too, I don't know if you saw this, but I feel like I should point this out, is that on here, in here, when you go in here, it goes down, and it goes down far, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So when you set this down on the ground, your laptop is suspended about here, and your tablet's up a little bit higher. But what that does is that if you happen to drop this bag, or if you happen to set it down with a little bit of extra oomph, because you're just, you know, tired, you're just like, oh, you just drop it, which I've been known to do sometimes, your laptop is not gonna hit. It's suspended. And so your bag's gonna take the brunt. Your laptop is just gonna sort of bounce inside a little bit and be protected. So yeah, let me see if I can pull this up on in Amazon right quick. Let me see if I can go in here and let me jump in. I'll search with you guys so we can do it together. And let's see, let me just search for STM. Let me see, I think it's one word. STMGOODS, ducks, retro. And let's see what comes up. Oh, and let's just put in retro. Let's see. Ducks, backpack. And let's see. Now, they do have all kinds of other stuff. You can see, like, they have this premium messenger bag. They have, let's see. Actually, let's do this. Let's go here. And let's go to their store here. That way we can just see. Let's check out their backpacks and laptop bags. And this is right here is the one that my brother has right there. That's the one that he went home with. That I love this bag. That looks fantastic. That black camo, it's nice because it gives it some style, but it doesn't have that overwhelming looking sort of traditional camo look. Here's another one. It's a blue one. Very nice. I think people will like that if they want something a little bit different. I do like that colorway. And they do make a smaller one, a 16-liter one, which is, I actually have this 16-liter one in that color, and it's a really nice bag. It's a little small for me most of the time, but it is very nice. I actually would love this right here, this like blue one, the 16-liter one in like a sling bag. I think that would be very nice. I don't know if Amazon has it on there. So let me do this. Let me see if I go over to let me see if I go to their website. Let me just see if I can search STM Goods. And let me see if I can find, oh, there we go. Let me bring you guys in. Let me bring you in. So here is their website right there. And you can see right there, it says, retro is here. Bring a bold throwback to a time when style wasn't shy and color spoke louder than words. Look at that. It says, trust the ducks. I love it. The ultimate device protection team. That is dope. And you can see that. You can see the colorway there. I'm really digging that. And they have all kinds of stuff. They have, they have keyboard cases and stuff. They have tablet cases. They have, it says clarity means confidence. But I love this. The Rugged Genius. And let's see. Let's hit learn more. And you can see the Ducks 30-liter backpack. You can see what it looks like there. And then they have more stuff. I'm not seeing that. They're not showing that particular colorway. But look at that. You can see you can rearrange this bag in so many different configurations. It's really, really fantastic the way that this thing goes. It fans out. You can put in all kinds of stuff for gaming, for travel, for just a day trip. I mean, they really do give you a fantastic thing there. Let's see, it looks like some of these photos aren't loading fast enough. Maybe I'm going too quickly. So, hold on. Let's see. I see a Ducks bag collection. So, but you can see they have a number of different styles. They have a Ducks laptop sleeve, a Ducks 16-liter messenger bag, a 16-liter backpack, and then they have the Ducks 30-liter backpack. And the one that I have is the 30-liter backpack. And this right here, you can see that it's the retro colorway. They also have the black camo. They have the gray. They have the blue, and then the black. And it looks like they have this pretty much the same with the 16-liter. So they're that black camo, the blue, the gray, there's like two black camos sort of. Maybe this is a gray camo maybe or something, and then the retro one here. So I'm not sure which one this is. Let's see. This is the black camo, and then let's see. This is just straight black. Maybe they just had the picture on there differently. And then this one is gray storm, and then the black camo, and then the retro. And that's the 16-liter backpack. I would love to see this I would love this 16-liter bag in a sling bag. So if you're watching STM Goods, consider making this 16-liter a sling bag instead of just a backpack. I think that'd be fantastic. But yeah, and this is the 30-liter one. And I'm just so digging this bag. I cannot wait to put my gear in there and take it out and really test it out and see how much I like this bag again. So it's fantastic. So there you go. And you can see what it looks like there on the back. It's all padded out. So you have nice padded arms. You have the waist connection there. You have a space for your phone there. You have this extra padded there, pads where your hips go. It's just a really, really well constructed bag. So yeah, 200 bucks. And I'm not sure what the warranty is on this thing, but it is, I have to double check and see if, let's see if I can find what the warranty information on here is. But these things last. I mean, they last and last and last. So I have found that for certain things, especially like backpacks, I will pay just a ton. I don't want to say a ton, but I'll pay a lot. I'll pay enough that I'm comfortable with it. Like it says here, bag warranty. It says offers a product lifetime warranty for bags, specifically any product that is sewn and designed to carry and hold multiple device types. So if you find that the bag is, defective, we'll repair or replace it without any charge, and STM reserves the right to repair or replace with the same or similar product that the current or of our current line. So if unfortunately, like if you needed a new bag for some reason and you have like the retro colorway and for some reason they don't make that anymore, you may have to take a different colorway, but they would be able to get you a new bag or repair it. And I love that. That's one of those things. It's like when you look at a bag and you think like 200 bucks, like maybe you think it's a little expensive. Some people don't think that's anything, but if you never have to worry about buying another backpack because you know that if something goes wrong with that thing, the stitching wears out or the zipper breaks or something crazy, that they're going to fix it or repair it or replace it, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. So yeah. All right, let's move on. I know what this is. This is from Lululemon, and that's because they had a sale and they had some clearance hoodies. And I was never a Lululemon fan before, but my buddy Jacoby, he had a Lululemon hoodie and some Lululemon sweats one day when we went out to go do shoot a football game, and I was like, those are nice looking sweats and a hoodie. He was like, yeah, Lululemon. I was like, Lululemon? They don't even make men's clothes. I thought maybe he jacked something from his wife. He was like, no, they make men's stuff. So I was like, cool. So I went there, checked them out. Anyways, I have an American Express card, and American Express has a new thing where every quarter they give you a $75 credit at Lululemon. So Lululemon had this hoodie on sale. It was like 89 bucks. They gave me $75 back, so I paid like 20 bucks or something for a Lululemon hoodie. So I was like, cool. So anyways, let me hold on. I think I saw a super chat. Big up. First off, shout out to Brown in the building. He says hello all. I'll be sleeping a few minutes, but great to see y'all. And Hamza Brown hit me on a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, I want to win. I love it. Well, shout out. First off, anybody who super chats has to get one of these.
You smart. You very smart. We the best. You a genius.
Tell them to bring me my money.
That's right. That's right, YouTube. Brown hit me with a super chat, so bring me my money. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's get this thing open. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this hoodie and see which one it is. This is a double XL. I always get double XLs when I buy something from a place like Lululemon, because Lululemon is like one of those stores where they make stuff for like little petite blonde chicks and stuff. I'm definitely not built like them, so I feel like whenever I buy something from them, I need to go a little size up just to make sure it fits right. And I did buy double XL on the previous one I bought of these when I bought one last quarter, and I made the right decision. So yeah, it might be a little big, but I'd rather have it be a little big than a little small. So I'm not sure which model this one is, but yeah. Anyways, I like this color. It's sort of like a brown stone sort of color, but yeah. And it's pretty good. The only thing I'm not super feeling about the Lululemon hoodies is that the pockets don't go all the way through. They have individual pockets on each side, but it hasn't really bothered me so much because the pockets are so big, I can fit everything in there. Like everything I would normally fit in like one big kangaroo pocket, I can fit in one of these pockets on either side, so it doesn't bother me. And the other thing I like about this is look at this. Let's see, where is it at? You probably can't even see it, but let's see. I don't even see where did it jump off to. Anyways, their branding is like almost non-existent. I can't even barely see it. I'm looking for it to show you guys, but it's so nice that, there you go. It's just that little bit. I don't even know if you can see that. That's just like, I don't even know if you can see that right there. It's a little tiny thing right there for the Lululemon branding. So it's not much on there at all. So big ups to them. I love that. Sometimes it annoys me when people have stuff where it's just a crazy amount of branding. Sometimes I don't mind. Like, I like the whole fear of God, the essentials fear of God thing. So I'm cool if I'm wearing that. I don't mind that. But sometimes I don't want a big, like, Gap hoodie on there or something like, you know, Old Navy or something. So I appreciate when some of these store brands just, like, dial it way, way back. So just stand on quality and not on big old branding. So I'm not paying to be a billboard for you. So anyways, this one, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can hop in right quick and jump over to, let me see if I can jump over to Lululemon and show you guys. Let's see. Let me see if I can jump in right quick and show you which one that it is. And let me click out of that. Let me go to men's. And let's see, men's clothes, hoodies. Excuse me. And I believe it is, let me see, I'll activate that later. I think it might be this one here. I think it might be one of these. Let's see. Where's it at? No. Maybe it's the lunar one. No, it's not it. Steady state. It might be this line right here. I think this is the line right here. Yeah. But they don't have the color in anymore, so I don't have it. But they, you know, I think this is the one. No, you know what? It's not, because this one doesn't actually have, this one doesn't have any drawstrings that I can see. So I don't think it's this one there. It must be a different. Maybe it's, let's see. The winning match, I don't know. Well, it's one of these ones that's on sale. Excuse me. But I'm not seeing it. So anyways, maybe they sold out all of them. I mean, when I got it, there weren't that many left. And I think I was lucky because I do use a extra large that, and then I got a double XL to make it a little bit bigger. I think maybe that's why I was able to actually even get one at that price. So, yeah, because I'm not seeing any, or maybe this is, it's not the French terry pullover. So, well, oh, maybe this is it here. Maybe this is the one. Maybe it's something like this. But these have different colors on there. It's definitely, I definitely didn't pay this price, I'll tell you that. So, anyways, that's it. You guys can go to Lulu to the Lemon, check them out, and see what you think about it. I'm gonna set that over there because I'm probably gonna wear that tomorrow or something. Make sure I can keep myself warm. Excuse me. As I said, still getting over this thing, so you guys try and bear with me if you can. All right, let's move on. I have no idea what's in here. It came from Amazon. It's funny, somebody dropped it at my doorstep and kind of like ran away real quick, but they left me a note that said, package, they said the package was delivered to the wrong address, opened by mistake, sorry. So, you know, I get it. Sometimes I've had packages, rare, but I have had packages that have been delivered here by mistake. I open it up and I'm like, what is this? And then I look at the box and realize, oh, wrong name. So, and then I have to go seal it up and drop it back at their door or something. So I understand, it can happen. You know, I appreciate them actually, you know, I appreciate them actually packaging it up and leaving a little note explaining what happened so that, you know, I'm not looking at somebody all suspect or anything. So, yeah. But let's see what we have inside of here anyways. And this is going to be it feels like a little weight to it. It looks like this is going to be it says FirstPower. Oh, the EL15C 2400 milliamp hour 2-pack battery with USB-C fast charging. Nice. All right. So this is from FirstPower, and these are going to be, actually, let me go ahead and do this first. Let me go ahead and just, let me scan the barcode before I do anything else. These are going to be batteries for my new Nikon cameras. If you guys have known. I haven't really talked about them a whole lot, but I bought a Nikon ZR and a Nikon Z6 III late last year, and so I have been sort of I like to keep like two systems with me, or not with me all the time, but I like to keep two systems, you know, in-house basically. So I have one for fun, one for work. Sometimes I end up blending the two of them, where I use one for the fun one I end up using for work sometimes. And sometimes I do that just so I can learn, like, you know, learn the system a little bit, because sometimes I shoot, it just depends, whichever I'm shooting more with. But I'm trying to decide right now if I want my Nikon cameras to be my work cameras or my fun cameras. Right now they're my fun cameras, because I like to use stuff that's been sort of like tested, and I know it's gonna stand up to, you know, to the rigors of an actual professional workplace. But let me see if I can pull you guys in here and show you these batteries. So here we are, and here they are from FirstPower. So this is nice. So you can see it's FirstPower EN-EL15C. The nice thing is these batteries are sort of standard. They work for all different types of models. You can see all these different models they work for. The Nikon ZR, the ZF, the Z5, the Z6, Z6 II, Z6 III, and all the way down the line, the Z7, Z7 II, Z8, all these you know, DSLRs. So, and they have the 2400 milliamp hour capacity. But this is when they wrote me and asked me, like, hey, do you want to check out these batteries? This is what got me excited about them. See this right there? That is a USB-C input. That means that I don't have to worry about a travel charger, and I don't have to worry about putting the battery inside my camera to charge the batteries. And the nice thing about that is that Nikon, like when I bought my ZR, did not ship that camera with a charger. You had to plug the camera in with the battery to charge it up. And then and I think it was the same with the Z6 III. I don't think it actually shipped with a Nikon charger. You had to charge it in camera or buy a separate charger. Now, luckily, another brand sent me a charging, like a power bank charger. So that was really nice. I've been able to use that. But if you look at these, I don't even need that anymore. I can take these with me when I go out to shoot, and I can plug these into an external power bank. I can plug them into the car. I can plug them into my computer, the wall, whatever, and get these things charged up. And that is fantastic. So you can see right there, I can plug this in, and you'll notice right here it has a little splitter. So I can have this plugged in and charge both batteries at once. This looks like the cable that's going to come with it. And then you can see here, it's going to work with all different types of cameras. You know, they show like the Z6 IIIs, the Z6 II, the Z7 II, the Z8, the D850, the D7500. So it's going to work with all kinds of different cameras. And I already know my Z6 III and Nikon ZR use this battery type, so it's going to work. You can see it says long-lasting 2400 milliamp hour batteries. I don't know what the actual milliamp hour is, or whatever it is, capacity is for the OEM battery that comes with the camera, but 2400 milliamp is going to be a good amount of usage. You should be able to get through a nice long shoot with that much power. You can see it says no warning. It says fully decoded battery allows the camera to accurately display the battery level without any concerns about warnings and pop-ups. Now, this right here is important, because if you get a third-party battery that doesn't have this, that's not fully decoded or whatever, as they say, then sometimes you will get a warning when you put the battery in there saying that this battery may not be compatible with your camera. And another key thing is that if you have a third-party battery in there and you need to do a firmware update, it may not allow you to do the firmware update with a third-party battery that's not decoded like this. Now, I would still recommend excuse me, that you put in a regular Nikon OEM battery when you do firmware updates, because if something does go wrong and you have to send your camera in for service, you want to be able to tell Nikon, like, hey, I had your battery in there when the thing just discharged and died and bricked my camera because it lost power during the firmware update. Not that I hope that happens to anybody. It's never happened to me, thank God. Hope it never happens to me. But in the event that you ever have to tell them that, you want to be able to be honest and say, hey, I had one of your batteries in there. But it's nice to know when you put one of these batteries in your camera, you're not going to get those silly warnings. So, but you can see here it says multiple protections. It has overcharge protection, over discharge protection, over current protection, over voltage protection, short circuit protection, and overheat protection. So you're going to get all kinds of great protections on this battery here. And you can see it says they're going to give you some specs on the batteries. I love the fact that this thing is, it says USB Type-C charging, max 2 amp, gives you the charging, charge and discharge temperatures and such there. Shows the weight, and the LED indicators are showing that it's fully charged, and a red light battery charging thing. So you're going to be able to tell when this thing is fully charged and when it's actually charging, which I think is wonderful. So, and then you can see it says the battery still supports charging with traditional chargers. So if you need to charge this thing up and you want to put it on a traditional charger, you still can do that. You're not going to be limited to just using the USB-C charging port, which I think is fantastic. And then this is what's going to show what we have in the box there. So yeah, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and actually open this thing up here. Let's see what this looks like. Now, mind you, this is for Nikon. FirstPower does make these. They do make these batteries for other brands, for other cameras. So if you need, batteries for, say, a Canon camera or a Fuji camera or a Sony camera, or I think they even make batteries for like Insta360 and GoPro, you can get batteries that will work for your camera. It's just that when they asked me which ones I wanted, I chose Nikon. So you're going to get a user manual. So if you need a user manual, you'll have that. We are going to also get a charging cable, and this is going to be one of those sort of, I don't want to quite call it an octopus cable because there's only two, but it's more so of a splitter. So you're going to get the USB-A on one side and then USB-C's connections on the other. So this way you can plug this into a power brick, plug it into a wall or something, and then you can go ahead and charge up both batteries at the same time. And then in here is where we are going to have the batteries, and this makes it super easy to use. So you can see right here, you're gonna have that USB-C input right there, which makes it very easy to plug into. And the nice thing is, you don't just have to use their charger. Like I can grab this right here, which is just a regular old USB-C cable plugged into my power outlet. I can just plug that in, and you may notice that the red light right there starts to just charge up. It starts showing it charging right away. So I don't have to use their cable. I can use pretty much any USB-C cable because they have all of these different protections on there for overcharging and for overcurrent and all kinds of stuff. I can feel safe knowing that pretty much whatever I plug it into, that it's going to work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to charge these things up and take them out and really shoot with them. I mean, that's the best way to test batteries, is just to go ahead, charge them, put them in your camera, and then go shoot and see how long they last. Because, some batteries are built different than others. Some people have better cells in their batteries, and so it's always nice to check them and make sure that you're getting a good quality battery by actually doing the testing. So now, one thing I did want to mention about these is that they are cheap. Look at that. This is a 2-pack, $28.48 for a 2-pack of these batteries. That is cheap, because if you look at a regular Nikon battery, like if I just go and let me just type in Nikon and hit that right there, and you see, look, a 2-pack of those right there, $149. But let me just see if I can find an actual Nikon, just a regular Nikon battery. So there you go, 2-pack again, $119 for that. I think a single of the Nikon batteries are like, I want to say they're like $79. Well, there you go, $79. That one's actually going to come with with a charger there. But even if you don't, and there you go. So well, no, that's the C battery. That's the EL15B battery. We need the C battery. So there we go. Nikon there again, $69. So you're gonna pay, if even for like for just one of the single, you know, Nikon branded ones, you're gonna pay 50, 60 bucks for one of their batteries. And you know, if you get a 2-pack, you're gonna be over $100 with or without a charger. And so it's nice to know that there are options out there, that there are definitely options out there that are going to help you. And I love the fact that this thing, because they plug in with USB-C, they are so, so very convenient. If you need to, like if, for instance, if you were going to say shoot, you know, let's say you have to go shoot a portrait session or something, and you're heading out the door, you realize, oh crap, I forgot to charge my batteries, and you don't want to pull your camera out of your backpack or your camera bag and plug it in and have it sitting on the car seat and hope you don't hit the brakes and the camera goes tumbling down or something, or you don't want to have to worry about trying to figure out how do you get a travel charger or something. You can just take these, plug them in, do that USB-C port, charge them up. You'll see when that green light lights up to let you know it's fully charged. Unplug it, plug the second one in. By the time you get to where you're going, you have full batteries and you're ready to go. So big ups. If you're a photographer, a filmmaker, whatever, those things are essential. So, all right. Let's keep this thing pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Now this one here, I have an idea of what's in here, but clearly not, because what I think they were going to send me is not this heavy. So they obviously sent me something else in here besides just what they sent. Because I wrote to them, I love OWC. I've been using their products for a while now, for quite a while, and I love their memory cards and their card readers. They are fantastic. And so I wrote them because I told them, I was like, hey, I bought these Nikon cameras. I bought the Nikon ZR. I bought the Nikon Z6 III. They both take USB Type-C cards and USB type CFexpress Type B cards. Excuse me, the CFexpress Type B cards. And I wanted to show people like, hey, this is a great brand, because I have used their regular SD cards, like their V90 SD cards that you can use in like I can use in like my Sony cameras when I'm shooting, you know, like really high quality video. I never get these warnings. Like sometimes when I put in other camera brands memory cards, I get these warnings saying, hey, you need to put in a V90 card, or I get a warning saying your card's not fast enough to shoot, you know, 4K 10-bit, or your memory card is not fast enough to shoot, you know, 4K 120 or something. I never get those warnings when I use my OWC memory cards, and so I love them. They are fantastic. They're reliable, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. And so when I told them, I was like, hey, I want to actually show these with my Nikon cameras, they were like, cool, we'll send you something out. And so here is what they sent me. They sent me, big ups to them. Oh man, look at this. They sent me a 1 terabyte SD. Man, look at that, and look how fast those speeds are. Oh my God, look at that. Up to 3650 and 3000. So you have super fast read and write speeds in that 1 terabyte card. And this is the Ultra, the Atlas Ultra. Man, I cannot wait to try this out. And then they also sent me out the Atlas CFexpress 4. This is a Type B card reader, 40 gigs, 40 gigabyte speeds. This thing is going to be so fast. And I can tell you right now, there is nothing worse than having a terabyte or 2 terabytes of data sitting on your memory card, and you need to transfer it over, and it says it's gonna take an hour because your card reader is so slow. And so you're sitting up there trying to wait and wait and wait, or worse, you don't even have a card reader. You have to plug your camera directly in, and you're like, oh, it's taking forever, and you have something on turnaround, a deadline, you're trying to turn it around, and you can't get it. It is so nice to have this along with this. Fantastic. Now, I don't know, let's see if this came directly from OWC, and I'm not sure if it's going to show up, if the barcodes are going to scan. So let me see if they scan. If they do, oh, hold on a second. I think it might be this one here that I had to scan. Oh, yep, there it is. Shows up. Now, these things, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not cheap. They are not cheap. But I will tell you this: if you are a filmmaker or if you're a filmmaker or a photographer or something, and you need to have good quality, reliable gear, do not play with your memory cards. Just do not do it. It's not worth it. I can tell you right now, I have pretty much given up on SanDisk memory cards because I have had so many of them that have broken on me, like physically broken on me. I've never had an OWC card break on me. Just have not. And so you definitely want to have quality memory cards because there's nothing worse than shooting, getting your shots all done, the whole shoot, you get back home, you get ready to load up the memory card, and the doggone things are broken. The prongs are broken, something's not working right, and now you are freaking all the way out trying to figure out, am I going to be able to get my data off of here, or am I going to have to refund these people their money back and have them pissed off and my reputation ruined because I can't deliver on the photos or video that I shot for them. So definitely want good cards. All right, let me jump in right quick and show you. And I preface all this because you might be a little shocked when you see the price. But let me go and show you. There we go. This is the OWC Atlas Ultra 1 terabyte high performance CFexpress 4.0 Type B card. And this thing, again, $36.50 for the, you're talking about, and $3,000 for read-write speeds for pro video and photo. So, I mean, it is not cheap, but it is fantastic. But if you need to have something that is a little bit less, they do make some other cards here. So you can get something like this 512 card right here, which is going to give you still very fast speeds, 259. So it's not going to be as fast, but it's going to, it's definitely going, I mean, it's going to be just as fast. It's not going to be as large, but it's still going to give you, very, very nice speeds and everything. So, and basically it's half the price. And you can see there, they have other stuff that they have in here, but let me see if we can, let's check out their other memory cards. Let's see, let's go to their Type B cards and see what else they have. So they have 128, 256, 512, 1 terabyte, and 2 terabyte. That's the Pro version. I don't know what this 2 terabyte one is. Probably, oh, that's currently unavailable. All right. But look at, here we go. This is the Atlas Ultra. So maybe they replaced the Pro with the Ultra. $979. It's a little bit of money. So you see they basically are doubling the price. This one's a little bit less than double, but the other one, if you look at like this one, $499 for the $499 for the one that they just sent me, the 1 terabyte version, and then the and then if you were to go down to 512, it would drop down to like $249. So you're looking at about half price. So yeah. And then if we go back over here and we go back into the, and we go check out their card reader, the card reader is $99. That is, I can tell you right now, when you're talking about transferring large amounts of data at that speed, it is so vital. I mean, you're talking about, look at that, 5,000 megabits a second. That's just incredibly quick. Or Type B, it says, and that says for Type A cards up to 5,000, but you can, for Type B cards, way faster, 40 gigabits. So you can dump this whole card in next to no time. We're talking about minutes instead of like an hour or hours. And I can tell you right now, I shoot at work with a Sony FX6 that uses Type A cards, and they take forever. Like I use the card reader from Sony, and it takes forever. Like I will have like a 380 gig card. I think there's a 380 gig card, a 180 or 160 gig card, and an 80 gig card. And when I fill up either one, the 160 or the 380, they take forever. They just take forever to dump them. I mean, sometimes I'm sitting there and it'll take an hour or 2 hours to dump those cards. And if I can do that in half the time, I mean, you're talking about a lot of money saved just by not having to sit around and wait to dump your memory cards, especially when you're on the clock working. So, but you can see here, you can see it saves times, ingest quicker. So that's going to be a fantastic thing. It says over 4 times faster versus USB 3 memory card readers. You have the ultra convenience. It says palm size, bus powered, includes USB-C cable and Type A to Type B adapter. So you don't have to go out and buy a separate card reader. You can just use this adapter and it stays cool, thermally efficient, fanless design. And you can see there it says Energize enabled, ensures the highest level of workflow performance and reliability. So that's amazing. For 99 bucks, I mean, I can tell you right now, when you are a professional photographer or a professional filmmaker, like I used to be really cheap with certain things and didn't want to pay certain amounts of money for things. And then if you quote someone a price for a project, and let's say you just say, look, I'll do it for a flat fee, and they're like, cool. So maybe you tell them like, hey, I'll shoot this and I'll edit it and whatever else, and you give them a flat fee of like $2,500 or something. Every minute that you spend on that project is basically money ticking off of that $2,500. And so you want to move fast. You want to do things right, but the last thing you want to do is have time eaten up by a memory card ingest. You just don't want to have that. So the faster you can get that stuff into your system, the less time you have to spend on it, which means the more time you're actually earning. Because anything, like if let's just say that you factor in you're making $150 an hour, that, I mean, 10 hours is what, 1050. So, I mean, I don't know, you have to do the math on that. But if you have to spend 2 hours ingesting stuff, I mean, that's money. That's $300, that out of your 150 an hour that you would charge, where you're just sitting there doing. I mean, anyways. Big ups to OWC. Shout out. I'm gonna definitely unbox and review both of those, and I'm gonna put those in my cameras and test them out. And I'm very excited to have those and try them out. I think you guys, if you're out there looking for memory cards, there are certain things you should always buy the best of if you can afford them. And I give that as a caveat, because if you can't afford the best, you buy the best that you can afford. But you should buy excellent memory cards, because the last thing you want to do is go out and shoot fantastic stuff and then you lose it all to data failure. So you definitely want to buy good memory cards, whatever it is, whether it's USB-C or SD cards or micro SD cards or Type A, Type B cards, whatever. Make sure you have great memory cards. You want to have great, you want to have great tripods. You want to have great lenses. You want to get the best of those types of things, because lenses, you may never, depending on how you roll, you may never have to buy lenses again. You stay with the same system, you may have the same lenses for 20 years and never have to buy them again. I mean, when I bought my Sony gear, I bought a 24-105. I'm looking over at it now. It's probably why you guys see me looking over there. I bought a 24-105. I bought a 100-400 lens, and a 35 millimeter lens, a 35-2.8 it is, and something else I bought. That probably was now maybe over 10 years ago, something like that. It had to have been over 10 years ago, and I've never needed to buy another one of those lenses. I have them. I mean, even when I bought my Nikon lens, my Nikon cameras, I bought a lens adapter, and I'm able to use like my 100-400, actually all those other lenses. I can use all of those on my Nikons because I can just use an adapter with them. So I haven't had to buy new glass. If you buy really good glass, quality glass that's gonna last, it's gonna keep working, and it's gonna make you happy with the image quality, it will serve you for pretty much a lifetime, or at least lots and lots of years, and make it more than worth it. So keep that in mind when you get ready to go out and buy something cheap. If you buy something cheap, you're likely going to have to replace it, and either, even if it still continues to work, it still functions, eventually you will outgrow that lens. You will outgrow the performance of it, whether in image quality or in speed and focusing. So you're going to want to make sure you get something that works really well. And look at this. It looks like we have another package from FirstPower. Shout out to them. And this looks like it is, oh snap, all right. They hooked me all the way up. I think this is going to be for my Sony cameras. Let's see. Let's hit that. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, look at this. Let me see if I can open this up right quick and show you guys. Oh, look at that. How sweet is that? So this is going to be, oh, let me see, lift it up a little bit so you guys can check that out. That is going to be the, it's a 3-pack, it looks like. And let me see if I can pull this. Let me see if I can show you guys first. Actually, let me just show you here. I'll just show you here and then we'll hop over to Amazon. So it looks like it's going to have a charger. This is a very nice little travel charger right there. And it's going to have, it's going to show 3 channels, excuse me, so that you can see each battery level charging. It's going to have a USB-C and micro USB charging ports on there, so you can use whatever it is you need. I recommend the USB-C because you're going to get faster speeds. USB-A to USB-C charging cable. It looks like we're going to get a cleaning cloth, a nice microfiber cleaning cloth. Nice. And then we're going to get batteries. Look at that. 3 batteries. And now these ones do not have the USB-C charging ports on here. But what they do have is this. Snap those right on in there, just like that. You can go ahead and put these right on in. Boom. Snap them in. I'm just going to show you guys right now how this goes down. You snap those right on in, just like that. And now you have all 3 of your batteries charging at once. And the nice thing about this, because this charger is universal with other Sony batteries, if you already have batteries from Sony, let's say that you bought a camera from Sony, came with a battery, maybe got a kit, came with 2 batteries, maybe you just bought some extra batteries, you can actually throw those batteries in here as well. And you just go ahead, plug this bad boy in, my handy dandy USB-C cable right there, and look at that, right away. It just starts charging up. You get your light indicators right there so that you know it's ready. You can set this thing down and just let it go and start charging. I'm loving that. Because I will tell you, I do have a Sony actual charger. Sony used to actually, and I think they still do something, but they would actually send out a battery charger with some of their cameras. Not all of them, but some of them. And so I do have a travel charger for my Sony batteries. But it only has one. It only lets you charge them one at a time. So if you have multiple batteries, and this is something that I have run into when I've been out on the road, is that I may go out shooting, and I'm out shooting all day, and I need to switch batteries, and maybe I switch batteries, maybe twice, and maybe I'm on my 3rd battery or something during the day, and I get back to the hotel or back to my brother's or my family's house or something, and I need to charge stuff up. Well, what happens is you have to go put one battery on the charger, and then you have to pay attention to when it's done, so that you can actually go ahead and put the next battery on. Well, with something like this, you don't have to pay attention to that. You can just simply go ahead and throw all 3 batteries right onto this charger here, plug it in, and you're good to go. I mean, you just plug this in. You can leave this charging overnight. When you wake up in the morning, you have all 3 of those batteries charged, and you're ready to rock and roll again. I mean, that is fantastic. I mean, I can't tell you how crucial that is to be able to plug all of those in. And that's one thing I loved about their other pack they sent me of the Nikon batteries. They had that splitter, so I can charge both of those batteries at the same time. It's the same deal. I plug in, get both of them going at the same time. I don't have to worry about plugging one in and then plugging the second one in later. I get all of it at once. So yeah, let me jump in right quick. Let's see how much these things are. And let's see. Let's head over here. And there we go. 53 bucks. Look at that. $53 for 3 batteries and a travel charger. And I can tell you right now, Sony batteries are not cheap. I think they are, again, like 79, 80 bucks for a Sony branded battery. But with this right here, you're going to be able to get all of these batteries right there, and it looks like they're going to be 2600 milliamp hour batteries. So they're going to have very, very high capacity. That is fantastic. You can see right there, it says 2600, offers 3 times more power for shooting, lithium ion cells, 7.2 volts, and it's a replacement for the MP FZ100. So this is going to work with all kinds of cameras. You can see it's going to work for the FX3, the FX30, the A7 III, the A7 IV, the A7C, the CR, the A9, the A6600, A6700, the ZVE1, Z10 2, the A7 R3, the A7S3, the A7, oh, this is the both A7S3s, the A7 R3, the R4, the R5. I mean, it's going to work with all of these cameras. It's fantastic. And the nice thing about it is when I bought my first Sony camera, I bought my first real one, I should say. I bought a Sony A7 R3. And I have not had to buy a bunch of new batteries. I have bought new batteries over time, but when I bought that camera, I bought a couple extra batteries. And so when I buy new cameras, I still have the same batteries that continue to work. And so like right now, I have a Sony A7S III, which is what I'm actually shooting with right now. Let's see if I can show you guys. Let me pop over here. Let me hit resume on there. So that is my Sony A7S III. That's my camera that I'm shooting with right now. I have my A6700, which is my top-down camera for when I'm shooting my unboxings. And then over there, somewhere in the corner, you may be able to see it's on the ground there. That is my Sony A7CR. I was using that to shoot some video, and I haven't broken down the kit yet, but that's normally what I take with me somewhere if I'm just like trying to go very small, but I still want extremely high quality photos because it has like a 61 megapixel sensor in there. It's fantastic. But my point is that when you buy these cameras, they all come with at least one battery. So, you know, if I'm going out to shoot and I have 3 cameras and I have essentially 3 batteries, because if I don't need to take the other cameras, I can take all 3 batteries with me. But now, you know, if I often when I go out for someplace, if I know I'm shooting for work, I'll take more than one camera. And I have more than I don't know, I probably now have, with these 3, I probably have, you know, 7 or 8 batteries. But if I need to charge more than one battery at a time, now I can charge 3 at a time because I have this travel charger from FirstPower. And again, 53 bucks. I mean, I just want to show you guys. I'm just going to jump in and we're just going to look at Sony and we're going to type in and see how much those batteries are. Look at that. $88. $88. You can see I bought one back in April of 2019 because, you know, I needed one. I needed an extra battery. But $88 for less than that, for 53 bucks, for like 2/3 the price or something, you're going to be able to get 2 extra batteries and a travel charger. So that is fantastic. And look at this. If you were to get the Sony branded batteries with this charger, you're talking about $176 for 2 batteries. And for 2 batteries, you get, for $176, you get 2 batteries and a charger. For, you know, you can save yourself like $128 and something like that, and get yourself 3 batteries and a charger that holds 3 batteries by going with the FirstPower joints. That is just fantastic to me. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to, again, with all batteries, you have to really test them so you can see. But when I test those things to see how it goes, I think we're gonna find that they work out really, really nicely. So, yeah. Okay. That's it. That's all my stuff for the day. I've had some really, this has been a very, very nice haul for me. I mean, I have that excellent scooter I cannot wait to try out. I have the OWC 1 terabyte CFexpress Type B card and the card reader. Those are excellent. Both FirstPower, both the Nikon and the Sony batteries. Cannot forget the STMGOODS 30-liter backpack. This is fantastic with the retro colorway, and then I have also the hoodie from Lululemon. I bought this myself, so it's not like it was a brand sent it to me, but you know, I hadn't opened it, so it's always good to give people a little shout out. And yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think I missed anything. So now I do have a lot to review, you guys. So bear with me. If brands are out there watching, bear with me. I will get your stuff out and reviewed and up on the channel. It's just taking me a little bit because I've been very, very sick, and my voice is still not back. I'm still not 100% at all. I've been taking a gang of drugs that my doctors have prescribed, trying to get me right. It's just taking a lot longer than expected. Whatever I got really deep into my lungs, and it's taking some time to get it out. And I have asthma, so anytime anything gets in my lungs, it takes a little while for it to get out and for me to get right. So you guys, hope you're okay with the craggly voice and can bear with me. It's just gonna take a little time. So yeah. All right, everyone, I am out of here. Thank you so much for coming through. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the well wishes and everything. And let's you know, let me see if I can find something good. Let me see if I can find something good on here. And let me tell you this.
Thank you.
That's right, plain and simple. Thank you. So, all right, everyone, I'm out of here, and I'm Larry with Today I Feel Like. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.